So, for the past couple months, I've been feeling very, dare I say, lost. I've been wondering about the meaning of life, the purpose of life, life after death, growing pains, adulthood, meaning, just general existential questions that you can't really find answers for. And so, for the past couple months, I've also been starting to feel like I need to rewatch Lost again. So, I rewatched Lost, the entire series, for the fourth time at this point. When I first watched Lost, it was back in 2009. The show had already been out for multiple years. The only episode of Lost that I watched live on television was the series finale. So it was a huge event. And I absolutely fell completely head over heels in love with this show. And since then, I have watched it every couple years. If you see the rest of the videos on my channel, I do a lot of analysis, I do a lot of deep dives, I do a lot of criticizing movies, praising movies. Even now, after working in the film production industry, even now after making my own films and watching hundreds, if not thousands of TV shows and movies, I still to this day say that your favorite show could never. Your favorite show could never. Lost is the greatest television show that has ever been written. J.J. Abrams, David Lindelof, what they did with this show is just, it's absolutely unbelievable. It's a masterpiece. As a filmmaker, as a creator, it's like, those are the shoes you want to fill. So this year, 2024, marks the 20th anniversary from when the show premiered in 2004 in September. And so apparently there's supposed to be some kind of documentary coming out about for the 20th year anniversary. That being said, I'm going to be making a couple videos about Lost, analyzing certain characters. My favorite character of all time, John Locke. He's even on my inspiration wall. While rewatching the series, it got me to think that a lot of these actors, I honestly feel like I really haven't seen them much. And so I wanted to figure out what happened. So let's figure out what happened to the cast of Lost 20 years later. With an ensemble cast that included Matthew Fox, Josh Holloway, and Evangeline Lilly, the show premiered on ABC in 2004. Lost told the story of survivors of Oceanic Airlines Flight A-15 after it crashed on a tropical island, and it showed flashbacks of their lives before the crash along the way. Though Lost has been over for years, old fans are still watching the show's 6 seasons, and thanks to streaming, new fans are discovering it for the very first time, especially now that Lost will be streaming on Netflix starting July 1st, 2024. A lot has changed for the stars in the years since the show stopped filming. Read on to find out where the Lost cast is today. Matthew Fox's role as Dr. Jack Shepherd, the group's tortured leader, I like that phrasing, was his TV comeback after playing Charlie Salinger on Party of Five. After Lost, he appeared in films like 2012's Alex Cross and 2013's World War Z. After some personal setbacks, Fox was charged with a DUI in Oregon in 2012. He took a break from the spotlight. Fox returned to the small screen on the Peacock series Last Light, which premiered in 2022. In an October 2023 interview with The Telegraph, Fox shared how he feels about fans of Lost wondering where he'd been during his break from acting. I'm very comfortable with that. If I could continue to work on projects that I love with great people and still have that question pop up, it'd be pretty cool, he said. He and his wife, Margarita Ranchi, share 2 children, Kyle and Byron. It doesn't appear like he's been doing much. Like they said, the Last Light series that he was on is on Peacock, which I gotta check that out after Lost. But he was in a series called Caught, which is, yes, a comedy series from Australia. He hasn't done any movies since 2015. Now that I have now seen Jack as an adult, I do feel like Matthew Fox's character and Jack Shepherd are actually quite similar in their like personality and disposition. It makes perfect sense why Matthew Fox would say like, I'm good. This quote always stuck with me, that like, what an older person can see sitting down, a young person can't see even standing on the tallest mountain. I'm totally butchering that phrase, but it's basically like, it's just certain things in life that you have to just experience life. You have to have wisdom. You have to have experiences and age to like see how things really are, see how the world really is. I feel like the reason why Lost touched me so much is because Lost does have a very critical view of the world. Lost has a very almost disgusted, sick view of the world, the same way that I do, as you guys have seen in my videos. But it also talks about how it could be a place of beauty, and that even still amongst this horrible, horrible, horrible hell that we're living in, there is love, there is beauty, there's friendship, there is taking care of each other. There was a point in the series, you know, when Ben Linus and John Locke had gone to the real world, to Babylon, to bring them back to the island, because they would say the island is not done with you yet. And so after fighting it and fighting it and fighting it, Jack finally realizes that he has to go back because he's been so depressed. He's been feeling like a piece of him is missing. And he knows that he belongs on the island. And right before they're about to go back, Ben tells Jack, like, all right, you need to be back here in 3 hours. You need to go home and pack a bag. Whatever you need from this world, you need to put it in those bags because you're never coming back. And Jack says, good. He did not want to come back. Even whatever he'd been through on that island, he did not want to come back to Babylon. It was better to live in the jungle, foraging for food, fighting a smoke monster, than to exist in Babylon. Knowing actors, knowing how writing goes, I do feel like he is a lot like his character, and that, you know, I could see all this being way too much for him. Playing the tough, conflicted, and fearless Kate Austen became Evangeline Lilly's breakout role. She went on to play Tauriel in the Hobbit film series, and then the Avengers came calling. Lilly stars as Hope Van Dyke, aka the Wasp, in Marvel's Ant-Man franchise. Lilly announced that she would be stepping away from Hollywood in June 2024 in a post on Instagram. Stepping away from what seems like the obvious choice, wealth and fame, can feel scary at times, but stepping into your dharma, she going back to the Dharma Initiative? Stepping into your dharma replaces the fear with fulfillment, she explained in her caption. I might return to Hollywood one day, but for now, this is where I belong. She and her longtime partner, Norman Callie, have 2 children.
10 years from now, where would I like to be? I am terrified to admit this to the rest of the acting world, but ideally, 10 years from now, I'd like to be a retired actress. And I would like to have a family, and I'd like to be writing, and potentially, you know, maybe influencing people's lives in a more humanitarian way, as almost everybody in the world now knows was my intention before I started the show.
Didn't I tell you? If you're an empathetic person, if you don't like to hurt people, if you want to help, if you want to truly, this business is not a long-term business that you can be in like certain capacities. I'm glad she admitted that to herself.
A kind of comfy idea of ourselves, and we stick with it, don't we? You don't?
No.
Why not?
Well, I know that we're all in process, and as nice as this seat is, and this room is, and how nice it is to be with you, and have some relatives in the background, and respectful and gracious directors and producers and floor managers around, this too will change. This will change. I know it. This cannot remain the same. I know that I didn't come here to stay. I didn't come to this earth to stay any more than I came to London to stay. I'm in process. So I do the best I can all the time. And I say, bye. I may weep and gnash my teeth and wring my hands, but I'm gone.
It's all starting to make sense. It's all starting to make sense, man. It's like when you get older, you start to understand people like Maya Angelou. You understand people like Bob Marley, like Michael Jackson. It all starts to make so much sense now. You just get it. She said, thank you to the the others for digging up this nearly 20-year-old footage of me speaking out my dreams under what looks like a full moon. I'm so filled with joy and contentment today as I live out my vision. Praise God. I feel so grateful for my blessings. Stepping away from what seems like the obvious choice, Wealth and fame can feel scary at times, but stepping into your dharma replaces the fear with fulfillment. I may return to Hollywood one day, but for now, this is where I belong. A new season has arrived, and I am ready, and I am happy. And Evangeline is still gorgeous. Still absolutely gorgeous. Oh, she got her first tattoo. A few things came together. One, discovering that there was an intentional, spiritual young woman in Hawaii who was doing hand needling. This was the natural tattoo experience I wanted to have. It was so soft and quiet. The trade winds blew in the open windows. Morse code. Oh, someone said be still and know. She's still posting shit from Lost. Up till... She's married. She's got kids. She's happy. That's great. Jorge Garcia was a fan favorite Hugo Hurley Reyes who cursed lottery numbers would become one of Lost's greatest mysteries. After the show wrapped, Garcia appeared on several TV shows, including Alcatraz, How I Met Your Mother, and Hawaii Five-0. He also had a cameo in David Spade's Netflix comedy The Wrong Missy as the guy on the plane, appropriate for the Lost alum. In 2022, he appeared on Season 7 of The Masked Singer. Garcia tied the knot to actress Rebecca Birdsall in June 2019 in Ireland, and the couple welcomed a baby girl. All right, so we got Jorge, who looks like he's having a blast. He's got his kid. He's got his family. His lost cast members. Just seems like he's enjoying family life. Oh, maybe was he in this? Oh, he was in this. Okay. So yeah, he's still doing stuff and he's just enjoying family life. He posts Lost stuff too every now and again. I've seen a few things. Mira Furlan. She passed away. 2021. As the rugged, sexy James Sawyer Ford, Josh Holloway was both an antagonist to Jack and a romantic interest for Kate and eventually Juliet. Holloway went on to star opposite Tom Cruise in 2011's Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol and appeared on Paramount Network's Western drama Yellowstone. He and his wife Jessica Kamala share 2 children. This is Josh's wife. Okay, an island of peace within the chaos of travel. People are posting videos of him as Sawyer. Playing dress up for a good cause. His daughter, his family. He's so handsome. I remember him saying in an interview that he had problems after Lost booking and that he was end up almost gonna leave Los Angeles and move back to wherever he was living before, but something came through. I don't know if it was Person of Interest or Flash 4. I don't remember. There was some show. Always a pleasure to see my bro Daniel Day Kim.
Springtime in Albuquerque. It's absolutely beautiful. Pretty amazing. Gorgeous.
Wait, HBO Max orders crime drama Duster from J.J. Abrams, LaToya Morgan with Josh Holloway and Rachel Hilson to star. Oh, hell yes. Production began in April 2023 in the surrounding areas. In May, it was suspended due to the strike. After the strike, the pilot was shot in downtown Tucson, Arizona, and parts in Prime County through mid-November. Okay, so it's finished filming. That's good. That means we should probably see it maybe early next year. Youngjin Kim as Sun Hwa Kwan. Youngjin Kim played Sun Hwa Kwan, one half of the show's central married couple. After Lost, Kim went on to star opposite Alyssa Milano on Mistresses for 4 seasons, as well as in several Korean films and TV series. In May 2024, she appeared in 2 episodes of the final season of Station 19. She wed her former manager, John Hyuk Park, in 2010 in Hawaii. Sun Hwa's husband, Jin-Soo Kwan, was played by Daniel Day Kim. Daniel Day remained in Hawaii, where much of Lost was filmed. That's the other thing about Lost is so funny, is that they were passing off so many cities as Lost. Seoul, Los Angeles, the country, like everything was shot in Hawaii. Like every single thing on that show was shot in Australia. Every single thing was shot in Hawaii. And you could always tell because of the mountains in the back. I'm like, guys, How do you think that we're not going to know that this is Hawaii? I guess now as a filmmaker, it's like easier for me to spot, but everything I'm like, damn, every single thing was shot in Hawaii on this shit. But you know, they got to do what they got to do. Daniel Day remained in Hawaii because how could you not? This is why I'm afraid to go to Hawaii, because I feel like I'm never going to want to leave. Where much of Lost was filmed, following the series to star in Hawaii 5-0 for 7 seasons from 2010 to 2017. He appeared on New Amsterdam and has also had roles in the Divergent films franchise and 2019's Hellboy and Always Be My Maybe. He and his wife, Mia Hae-young Ri, have been married since 1993 and share 2 children. The actor has spoken out about attacks on the AAPI community, Asian American Pacific Islander community, in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic and was named to the White House AAPI Visibility Task Force. He even opened up about speaking to the creators of Lost about the Asian stereotypes that could have played out on the show. This is getting interesting. While we were shooting, I remember sitting down with Damon Lindelof and J.J. Abrams and saying, guys, this character cannot progress in the same way, he said. They basically said, trust us. I did, and it turned out for the best. He continued, as an Asian actor, you're just looking to get hired. It's about working within the system to try and change it when you have the opportunity. The character grew to a place where I don't think you'd call him a stereotype by the end. I noticed when watching Lost back, I was actually looking for that. I was not looking at it with a critical eye because Lost is just too good. You just get snatched into the world. But honestly, with a lot, like with tropes and stereotypes and stuff, I think that Lost did pretty well. Like, they did pretty good. I would say that they did fall a bit short on some of the female characters, that they weren't as full and well-rounded and meaty as some of the male characters.
Butterfly season 1 intake, good night, Selena! That is an official wrap on season 1 of Butterfly. Thank you very much,
Wait,
everyone.
he said a rap. Is he directing now? Hold up. These damn musics. Wait, this is a ramen store? What? Ramen heaven? What the hell? Wait, hold up. I need to go there. Maybe they have gluten-free ramen. I'm praying that they come out with a gluten-free ramen soon. Please come out with a gluten-free ramen soon. Okay, here's my boo. Here's the hubby. Terry O'Quinn as John Locke. Terry O'Quinn was the mysterious John Locke, named for the famous English philosopher. In 2007, he earned an Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor for his role on the show. Following the show, he has steadily worked on TV, appearing in series including 666 Park Avenue, Hawaii 5-0, alongside Lost co-star Daniel Day, Emergence, and FBI Most Wanted. He and his ex-wife, Lori, share 2 sons. Like, sometimes I literally feel like I can't even look at him because I just feel such pain for John Locke and his story and how it ended and how much of a tragedy it is. Naveen Andrews and his biceps, starred as former Iraqi soldier Saeed Jarrah. When Lost wrapped, he continued to star on several series, notably Sense8, Instinct, The Dropout, and The Cleaning Lady. His 2 children from previous relationships. I know Naveen Andrews doesn't have an Instagram. Yeah, you know what actors are with the shits and which ones are not. Last Days, he's on a movie to be determined called Last Days. Filming, principal photography just started. Well, it might be finished now. Started May 17, 2024. And television, he was in The Clean Lady and The Dropout. Dominic Monaghan as Charlie Pace. After starring in the Lord of the Rings franchise, Dominic Monaghan took on the role of rocker Charlie Pace on Lost. He then went on to appear in several other films and series, including another time-jumping show, Flash Forward, and the crime drama 100 Code. Monaghan also hosted his own BBC nature series, Wild Things with Dominic Monaghan. In 2019, he again joined forces, get it, with Lost co-creator Abrams to play Beaumont Kin in 2019 Star Wars episode, I don't know what number that is, The Rise of Skywalker. New album cover. Okay, so he's really living that music life. I heard some rumor that apparently he's not going to be involved in the Lost reunion documentary in any way. because there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Oh, all his Lord of the Rings people. Okay. Oh my god, they look so adult. But you see how hair is everything? Because look, he's just as old as they are, but he looks like hot. Is that Orlando? That's not Orlando Bloom. Oh my god, that is Orlando Bloom? Whoa. Emile de Ravin starred as the expecting and eventual new mom, Claire Littleton, one of Flight A15's few Australian passengers despite the Sydney to Los Angeles flight path. In 2010, she co-starred with Robert Pattinson in the romantic drama Remember Me before moving on to play Belle on Once Upon a Time and the Australian miniseries True Colors. She has been engaged to director Eric Billich since 2016, with whom she has 2 children. Ah. Her little kitties. Pregnant for real this time? Okay. Living life. I'm not sure which one of these men is her husband, but... Ooh, look. See, it's so crazy to go through this and see that they still reunite from time to time. Love meeting every one of you. See chats with the lovely one and only Henry Winkler. And love to see my bud, Dominic Monaghan. Harold Perrineau as Michael Dawson. Harold Perrineau, played by Michael Dawson, the dedicated dad to his son Walt. Perrineau has had several TV roles since Lost on shows like Sons of Anarchy, Criminal Minds, Wedding Band, Constantine, Claws, Star, The Rookie, and Peacock's The Best Man, The Final Chapters, the limited series following the 1990 film The Best Man and its sequel. He has also appeared in films like Zero Dark 30 and Dumplin'. He and his wife Brittany have 3 children.
You said this place couldn't break you.
I know.
I need to watch. What? Hold up. Okay, I gotta see that. Oh my gosh, this just happened today. Walt! Ellis and TV Dad. Sorry, Malcolm, I had to do it. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. Here we go again. Here we go. It's like it's so crazy to still see them linking up together for different stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, they're still together. They still see each other. They still meet. This is like warming my heart. This is like warming my heart right now. Okay, this is his wife and his daughters. All gorgeous. Look at her. Wow. Is this his eldest daughter? She looks like a supermodel. Okay. Oh my god. I need to see this show. I cannot believe that. From? How have I never heard about this? From the executive producers of Lost. That's all you need to say, bitch. Say less. Say fucking less. Well, Michael David Kelly, played by Walt Lloyd, aka Walt, the only surviving child on Flight A15. He was not the only surviving child. Excuse me? Did you watch the series? There was multiple children that survived. The ones in the tail section ended up getting taken by the others. He has continued to act, appearing in the 2017 film Detroit and on shows like Blind Spot, Insecure, and the 2023 BT Plus series Angel. He is also half of the pop rap duo MKTO, with his former Gigantic co-star Tony Aller. He does music. He performs. Oh, okay. And that kind of music. All right. I think most people remember him as Lil Saint. But come on, this guy was in Lost, man. He was in Lost. And he was on Insecure. As one of the others, Ben Linus, Michael Emerson, was one of the most enigmatic characters on the show. After Lost, he starred opposite Jim Caviezel in Person of Interest, which I still need to watch. He also appeared on Arrow and starred on the Paramount Plus series Evil. He wed actress Carrie Preston in September 1998, who also appeared on one episode of Lost as Ben's mother. They have a sense of humor on that show, which I really appreciate, actually. But you know what you know what this actor reminds me of? He reminds me of an actor, like an actor, like someone who's there for the craft. You know what I mean? Someone who really has fun with his roles. Like, you could just tell that he was having a blast as Ben Linus, and that he was also fabulous to work with, because once he came on in the end of season 1 or beginning of season, was it end of season 1? He's been there ever since. They have not gotten rid of him. So he must be an absolute pleasure to work with. Very professional. And like I said, yeah, he just reminds me of like a true actor. Like, remember when I was talking about when I did my Tyler Perry review, when I was talking about Ronreiko Lee. When I was talking about Ronreiko Lee, and I was like, hello, we got an actor on set. We have professionals here. All right, everybody tighten up. This is the real deal. That's the same type of vibe I get from him. Henry Ian Cusick, fine ass, played Desmond Hume, Hatch Dweller, and Penny's lover. Listen, brother. Every time he spoke, I was just like, ugh. I just loved his accent. And to find out that this actor is actually like Peruvian, he's like half Peruvian, which is, I think, where he gets like the dark features. It's just like, he looks like a, like one of them statues, you know what I mean? With his, like his nose shape and everything. He's just gorgeous. He's just a gorgeous man. I just always laugh because his character went through so much shit on this on this island. He was locked in a hatch. He was lost at sea. He was electrocuted with electromagnet rays. Like, he was blown up. He was like, every fucking thing happened to this guy. Henry Ian Cusick played Desmond Hume, Hatch Dweller, and Penny's lover. He has remained on the small screen since Lost ended, with roles on Scandal, Inhumans, The Passage, The 100, and MacGyver, the latter of which he starred for 6 seasons. Cusick has also had a few film roles in movies like The Girl on the Train, Rememory, and The Wind and the Reckoning. He and his wife Annie have 3 children. He was just such a rugged, manly, confused, angry project. He's like, I think that's what it is. He's a project man. He's like the perfect project. Like, that's why Penny loved him so much. He was a perfect project. That's for all our fixer girlies out there. I totally forgot Ian Somerhalder. I forgot about the most gorgeous man alive. You know, he's still a good looking guy, but at the time, young Ian Somerhalder, help me. I can't think. Ian Somerhalder played original castaway Boone Carlyle, but he was, spoiler alert, killed off on season 2. Actually, I'm pretty sure he died in the end of season 1. Although typical of Lost, he made a few more appearances on the show. Luckily, his character's death did little to hinder his career. Somerhalder later starred on the HBO series Tell Me You Love Me, but it was his role as Damon Salvatore on The Vampire Diaries that cemented his pop culture status. He retired from acting to live on a farm with his family and told E! News in January 2024, "I love what I did for a really long time. I love making films. I just did it for so long. We had an amazing run." Somerhalder married actress Nikki Reed in 2015, and the couple shares 2 children. See, it's nice that people know when to walk away, right? People know when to walk away and not get drug away, kicking and screaming. You know what I mean? That's what I said. Once you can't keep putting up with this business. Like, this business is not for the long haul, for the most part, for most people. It's so much that you have to deal with. He actually, I'm pretty sure, has he has like a liquor brand now. I proudly make Brothers Bond Bourbon. Yeah, he makes a bourbon with the guy from Vampire Diaries. So his major bro, they have like their own pretty successful bourbon that they do together. Check this out. Boone! This is my Boone, and Boone is named after Boone from Lost. Does he look like a Boone? Doesn't you look like a Boonie? Can you give me kisses? But I was gonna name him Jack Shepherd. He is a Shepherd mix, but I named him Boone because he is the Boone to my John Locke. Boone was a loyal follower of John Locke. He was extremely loyal. He was curious. He was up for an adventure. He was down to listen. He was obedient. He believed. He was spiritually involved. Even though he died in the first season, his character set a whole bunch of things in motion in the show. As Boone's stepsister, Shannon Rutherford, Maggie Grace's time on the island was also relatively short-lived. In June 2024, Grace told The Independent that she was devastated to leave the series. "I thought they were going to take her a little further. It's still the worst heartbreak of my career," she said. However, the former model has since appeared in both Taken and Twilight franchises and starred on Californication, Susanna, and Fear the Walking Dead. She and her husband Brent Bushnell welcomed their son in 2020. It's still the worst heartbreak of her career, her character. Yeah, honestly, they just kind of threw her character in the garbage, really. But I don't really know where she would have gone as a person. I mean, I guess she could have evolved, but she was just a terrible person. And, you know, what she went through sucked in her real life, but she was just terrible. She's doing mom life. This is 2020. Oh, she doesn't really post much. Oh, looking at Kamala. Her last post was 2021, so she might be done with acting now. She has a vote.gov in her bio. She looks like a completely different type of person from the role she played in Lost. Her and Dominic. 2019. TBT Lost. We have Michelle Rodriguez as Ana Lucia Cortez, aka my most hated character on Lost. Michelle Rodriguez appeared on 26 episodes of the hit series as a cop and the natural-born leader Ana Lucia Cortez. Since then, she continued to reprise her role as Letty in the Fast and Furious franchise and appeared in Machete films and the blockbuster movie Avatar. Ooh, 9.2 million, wow. So, Ana Lucia, Michelle Rodriguez, we've seen her around. I would say she's the one I've probably seen around the most, you know, from Fast and the Furious and whatnot. But, of course, she's still acting.
I know it's been a minute. I've been hiding in my cave, but I'm just about ready to come out. And I have a question to you, all my fans around the world, people who've supported me for the last 20-somewhat years that I've been in this industry, and the young folks who enjoy the performances I give or relate to the characters I play. You know, I've been taking a long, hard look at my career. You know, I realized something, you know, I've been doing ensemble cast stuff for a very, very long time. And it's been great. It's been wonderful, full of gifts and experience, and I've had a blast doing it. But I've kind of reached the top of a mountain with the ensemble cast action movie stuff. And I've realized, you know, if I'm going to take a chance on anything else, it's probably now or never, you know, as I get older. I've been kind of thinking about it. I've never really tried. To take something from scratch and use the 20-somewhat years of experience in action movies to bring something new to the table. But, you know, I wouldn't want to do that unless I gauged from my fans that that's something that they'd be into, that they have an appetite for that. Because, you know, obviously there's a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. This is the shit that I'm motherfucking talking about. This is the shit that I am motherfucking talking about. Remember when I was telling y'all it's all about self-production, producing your own shit, building your own fan base, starting your own club, making stuff specifically for the people who want to see you make stuff? Wow. Wow. She is on here asking her 9 million fans, what do you guys want to see from me? Fucking brilliant.
It goes into, you know, making a feature film. And that movie magic, you know, it happens with community and it happens with a lot of work. Developing something from scratch,
hell yeah.
Especially. And I'm wondering, you know, what the appetite is out there for that.
800,000 people like that. Now imagine 800,000 people paying $10. Think about it. That's amazing. That's amazing. Good for you, Ana Lucia. I hated your ass in Lost, but good for you. Good for frickin' you. Anyway, that's it for the update of the main characters of Lost and where they are now. Stay tuned for further commentary from me about Lost. I'm going to be going into the psychology of John Locke, the psychology of Jack, Kate, Saeed, all these people, just giving a general consensus of what I think about the show, and also talking about some behind the scenes dirty details. Thanks you guys for so much for watching. Leave your comments about Lost below, how it made you feel, if it made you confused, if you were rating at the end, just let me know. Leave a comment, rate, share, and subscribe as always, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.